Sí, profe.
Hola.
Buenos días.
Good morning, guys and girls.
Good morning, sorry.
So let's see where we left last class. There's only 12 people. It should be like 20 something. Wait 5 minutes more. So I think there's a lot of people missing. Anyway, let's do like a quick review of last class so we can start fresh, and maybe in the meantime, people will join to the class. So if you remember last class, we review the production budget. That's the last thing we saw, and we ended up with the production budget for the case, which is this one here, and that's the last thing you did. And I then review with you like really quickly the inventory, the budget for raw materials. And what I told you last class was that don't worry if you didn't do it last class. This is something we're gonna review today. So in theory, we should actually get to the indirect expenses, maybe even to the cost of goods sold, because in this class I am noticing we are advancing faster. So let's see if we can get to that. And I tell you from the beginning right now, the homework for the class, it's going to be what we don't finish in the class, and that's going to be like the full operating. Let's see how far we get into the operating budget. Hopefully we can finish it. If not, it's just the homework is going to be just until we to the point we get, and then next class we're going to review the parts we are missing. So anyway, let's start now with the content. As I told you before, last class we just finished the production budget. We left the class here, and now we need to work on the budget for raw materials. And it's not that difficult. It's just a little bit complex because you need to do again these tables for inventory, but it's actually pretty simple. We start right now, and instead of starting with the sales budget, in this part we're going to start with the budgeted production volume. That is the production budget you got from the last budget. It's these numbers here. So the first step you need to do the raw materials purchase budget is you need to multiply the budget of production times the quantity of materials need per unit. That is, if you need to produce 10,000 units, you need to multiply it by for how much material of X material you need for that unit. For example, if I am going to produce 10,000 pens, and for per each pen I need like 10 milligram, yeah, let's say 10 milligrams of ink, I will multiply 10 times 0.10 milligrams, you know, and the multiplication of that will be the budgeted direct materials for production. Real simple, is just the amount of units you're going to produce times the consumption per each unit of production. All right? It's not that difficult. That's the first part. And the question here is, do we have this information inside the raw case, inside the problem scenario?
Yes.
It's a question for everyone.
Yes, we do have them.
We do have it. We have the budget, the production budget. We just did that last class, and we also know how much of each raw material we need per each product. So we do have these two information. We can do the first step. Next step is, once you have the required materials for production, now you apply the same formula we did with the other inventory. So it's the material for production plus the ending inventory of raw materials. That is the inventory you are designed to have, minus the beginning inventory that you have, and that's going to give you the quantity of raw materials you need to purchase. So we end up with the materials, the units of materials, of raw materials we need for the production. And together, purchasing budget, all we need to do is just take this number here and multiply it by the unit price of the raw materials. That is the unit cost for us. So we just multiply that times the unit price, and that's going to give us the budgeted direct materials to be purchased. Really simple. And I'm going to ask you again, do we have this information here? Do we have the unit price for each of the raw materials?
Yes, it's in the case.
It's in the case, exactly. So we do have these two. We have the units, the production units. We need to apply these tables, and then we get into the budgeted direct material to be purchased. So let's see an example with numbers, and then let's move to the breakout rooms so you can work on the case. So the first thing we need is the information. So here I have the materials I need per each type of product I have. So it's actually wallets. I'm sorry. Wallets and handbags, right? Let me see here. Yeah, and handbags. Okay, so I have wallets and handbags, and I have the consumption of each of the raw materials for each of the products. So I have the consumption here of leather, and I have the consumption here of covering. And it says that I need 0.3 square meters per unit, by unit, I'm sorry, to make a wallet, and then I need 0.10 to make one wallet of covering or to make one wallet. And then I have the same information for handbags. Okay, so I have the first step, which is the direct raw materials quantity per unit, and I need the budgeted production volume. That I'm going to take it from the previous budget, which is this one. It's the production budget in units. So now I have these two part of the formula, these two elements of the formula. So this one is the production budget, and this one is the materials used per each of the bags. Now the next part I need are the inventories. This inventory here and this inventory here. And I have my estimated direct materials inventory. It's here. I have the, that's for the January, so this will be the initial inventory. And then I have the materials that I want for December. That will be my ending inventory, or final inventory. So I have my two inventories here. So I have my production now. I have the inventories too. I have them there. And a question for the class, we also have the inventories for the case, inside the case, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's in paragraph 15, I believe. So good that you already identified it. And the last part I need, it's the price per unit. In this case, is square meter. It should be, I'm sorry, it should be a square meter, and that's the price I need for each square meter of materials that I'm going to use it. In your case, it's just the unit price for each raw material. So we have all the information. Let's start working on assembling the budget for raw materials. So the first step is we need to multiply the budgeted production times the material quantity expected per unit. So we do that here. Is this part here? And step one is just listing it where it's here. So it's 520,000 units, which is the first production budget. Again, it comes from here. I have it here, okay? Production, not sales, production. So I have my 520,000 units of production, and then I need to take the usage of material per each of the products, which is this one I have. I'm doing wallets. So for wallets, I have 0.30 and then 0.10, 0.3 and 0.10, and I just multiply them, and I have now the consumption of raw materials. This I'm gonna sum it up here. And then I do the same for the handbags. I have my production. Again, this production comes from the production budget, is this one here. And I need to multiply by the consumption of each of the raw materials. That one is here, it's here for handbags. So I have 0.25 and 0.50. So I just multiply these two and I get the consumption required of raw materials. And I have this one and I put it here, okay? So now I have my raw materials in unit for each of my products. All I need to do now is apply the inventories, and I need to add up the final inventory, that is ending inventory. I want to end with, and then I need to subtract the initial inventory. So I take the desired inventory, which will be our ending inventory, that is this one here, okay? I have my ending inventory of December, so 20,000 and 12,000. 20,000 and 12,000. That's there. I add them up. So let me do symbols. I think it's better. So is this one plus this one plus this one, it's equal to this one. And then I need to subtract the initial inventory. So I have initial inventory here, 18,000 and 50,000. So it's this one here. I subtract this. And I have my total square yards to be purchased. I have the total materials to purchase on units, right? Now at this point, I am at this part. I am at units of raw material. I need to convert it to money because I need the budget for the raw materials. So all I need to do is just multiply it by the price per unit, which is this one I have down here, and I go and I multiply the units times the price, and that's gonna give me the purchase budget. The addition of those two is the total purchase budget. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
You want me to explain again?
Do you think maybe we can do it in an Excel?
Yes, the next part is doing it in Excel.
Okay.
But you want to go to that right now? You don't want me to explain it? So it was clear, I guess.
No, could you explain it once?
Okay, so first step is you need to have the units of production per each of the products, okay?
Okay.
That's the thing I did here. So this is step one. I multiply the production budget times the units, times the units need to produce of the raw material of each unit. So it's this. So for producing one of the wallets, I need 0.30 of leather and 0.10 of lining. That's what it says. So all I need to do is just multiply the production times the consumption. That's gonna give me this, okay?
Okay, yeah.
So this is step one. Step two, I need to add up the desired inventory. And the desired inventory, it's information I was given, is this here, okay? So I just take this and I just list it there correspondingly, and I have 20,000 to 12,000. So that's here, okay?
Quick question. What does desired means? Like,
What was the what?
desired inventory, like.
It's the ending inventory. It's not ending per se because it's not a reported inventory, but it's expected, desired, wished, ending inventory. It's the inventory you want to have at the end of the period.
Okay.
Okay. I add them up, and I have the inventory I need. I'm sorry. I have the units of raw materials I need, including inventory and production. Now, the next step is I need to subtract the inventory that I already have. Why? Well, because this is something I have. If I need something and I already have something of that, well, I just need the difference, right? If I need 10 apples and I already have 5 apples, well, how many apples do I need to buy?
5 apples.
5 apples. So if I need 541,000 of leather and I already have 18,000, how many of leather do I need to buy? Well, the difference, right?
Right, yeah.
So that's what you do here. Now I have the budget on units. I need the budget on money. So I need to multiply the budget on units times the price per unit. The price per unit is here. So that will be the final step. Okay? The multiplication. If I tell you each apple is worth 10 pesos, and then I ask you how much I'm going to spend on apples, what you will do? You just take the 5 and you multiply it by 10, right? And you tell me you need 50 pesos, teacher, to buy your apples. So it's the same thing we are doing down here. You just multiply this times the price, and then you get your budget. You push it in budget.
Okay, thank you. Now it's clear.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. So the next part now is you go to the, well, this is because I have here the production. If you see that here is the same numbers of here.
Teacher, I have a question.
Mhm.
So for the first step to determine the notes A and B, what you're doing is multiplying the number of units that you want to have, that you want to produce, by the amount of material that each unit takes to produce.
Exactly. If I tell you that I want to produce 1 apple pie, and then I tell you that each apple pie requires 3 apples, how many apples do I need if I want 2 apple pies?
6 apples.
And how
That's
did you
2 apple
get
pies times 3 apples.
exactly 2 times 3? This is my apple pies, and these are my apples per apple pie. 6 apples. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's really clear. Explain
Yeah.
with apples.
And so I wish everything was that easy.
It's that easy. It's just think about apples and pies, and instead of 1 apple pie, you have 520,000 apple pies.
So the question I wanted to get to is, how do we get to the number of each item that we want, like
This one here?
520,000 or 292,000?
This one you got it from the production process that we worked on the last class.
Okay.
So you need to have that done. Well, we did
Yes.
it on class, so you should have it.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So don't do all the materials because you have 3 materials. Only do right now for the class material A. Okay.
Okay.
The other ones, the other 2 materials, I'm sorry, are going to be for homework. So if there are not any more questions, we are going to go to the breakout rooms. Let's have 3 breakout rooms. It's the same dynamic as the last class. One of you shares the screen, all of you work together to solve the case.
Agreed.
Oh, no, wait. Let me go. No, I forgot to. No.
¿Qué onda?
What's happening? I forgot to allow you to share your screens. You can start sharing when someone is sharing, only host. Okay. Okay, now it should work. Okay, now, before we go there, could you please check if you can share your screen right now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yeah, we can.
perfect. Hello.
So,
¿Sí se oye mi voz?
Simón.
Ok. Me estoy desconectado y desconectado. Sí está así como lo dejamos la última clase, ¿no, Geo? O sea, sí está
Ajá.
bien de ayer. Ok.
Casi.
No tenía que tener nada hasta ahorita de esto. ¿O sí?
No, suyo está en blanco. Pero dijo que ya habíamos hecho uno en clase. El primerito.
Hello.
Ah, yo no tengo habilitado compartir pantalla. Supongo que Lilian, tú tampoco, ¿verdad? No sé por qué tú y yo no podemos. Ah, bueno, no está Lilian aquí. Pero no me deja compartir a mí.
No?
Aquí. Ah, no, ya me dejó. Bueno,
O bueno, si quieren yo comparto. Ah, bueno, está bien. Va.
ya, voy. Aquí no era. Ah, ¿están viendo mi pantalla? De que el Excel en blanco.
Sí, sí, sí.
Sí.
Va. Pues va.
Jesús.
¿Tienen ahí el Word a la mano?
Maybe someone else should share the screen.
Ah,
You don't have the production budget you did last class?
I don't remember.
Someone else should share the screen then, because you need the production budget and all the information you work for the homework, the first homework.
A ver, si quieren
Oh,
yo.
yeah, then I do have it. That's what I asked, like.
I mean, but don't worry, if you don't have anything, someone else should share. Just for you guys not to waste time and can work on that, because you want to have the rest of the activity for homework, so you need to practice. So don't worry if you don't have it. I think it was Carla who was saying who wants to share.
Yes. But
Okay.
can you help me?
Yes, sure. Share your screen and I will.
Obvio, Carlita, obvio.
Okay.
Okay, great.
That's a
You have,
production.
you have your raw materials here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So what is the first thing you need to do?
That first we have to put these units, which are these ones. That's
Okay.
8 foot, it's 2 and 2.
So the
B
first thing
0
is
and 2,
Mhm.
which is here. And C part, it's 1 and 3, which are here for the first quarter, I think.
Great. It's gonna be the same for each quarter. That is the usage of units.
Uh-huh.
What is going to change is the production budget. What is your production budget?
El production budget del first quarter.
For example, the first quarter.
200.
Well, that's your production budget on pesos, right? I know.
Yes. It's this one, 250.
Wait, let me see something really quick. So, production budget, unit forecast, finished goods, 250. Okay, yeah, but that's not on pesos, that's on units, all right? So your cell C33 should be on units.
No, which thing?
C33.
33, this
Okay,
one?
that one, and the other 1, 2, 3, 4 should be units, not pesos.
Oh, okay.
Great. No, pesos no. That one, yes. Okay, so the first step is you need to multiply how many apples you need per apple pie, all right? So
Okay.
you have 250 units for, what is that, X or Y?
I don't know, I think for both.
It could not be, it cannot be
No,
both.
no. This one is for Y. Okay,
Okay.
this one is for X. Okay.
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is multiply the number of units need per product times the production budget of that product.
Okay.
So that's the first thing.
Even el forecast?
Well, you have it there in forecast. I would actually put it in the X units and Y units, to be honest with you. And then I will add them up on unit forecast.
Okay.
Help your classmates, Emiliano, Ana, Nayeli.
Así que es los units por,
Times. Uh-huh.
¿qué cosa hay? El price.
No. Times the units needed for production. I'm getting a call from another breakout room, so please, all of you participate and help Carla.
Lo que tienes en negrita, Carlita.
Sí, o sea, es esto, por ejemplo, que es para el EC.
Hello, teacher.
So, what are you doing?
I have a question. For the desired inventory, we are supposed to add the desired inventory.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I don't know. Something is wrong with my Zoom. I think it's Zoom where it's failing, not my internet. It just crashed and went back on again. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything what you say. My Zoom crashed.
Yeah, no problem. My question was if for the desired inventory row, we're supposed to add the desired inventories of product X and product Y.
No. You have a desired inventory for raw materials. It's also given to you inside the case.
Okay.
So
that
look for
is part of the
15.
data.
Exactly. That's
Right,
something
okay.
I asked on the class. I asked, do
Okay.
you have the inventories? And one of you say, yes, we have them, teacher. Where?
I think.
Well, read your tables.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you have it. And in raw materials. A, B, and C. You should also have beginning raw materials.
Ay,
Read the table.
Yeah, so we have the inventory of finished products at the beginning of the period.
Well, that is finished products.
And
where is your table of beginning raw materials?
Okay, the beginning raw materials are supposed to be the January ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I have it.
Yes, I found the material stock here. And it says the following stocks were expected. So those are the desired, right, stocks at the end of the budgeting period.
At the end of the budgeting period, yes. So that's like in the last class where it said that you need a quarter of the next budgeted sales as ending inventory. So here it's telling you for the next one you need a fifth, which is 20% of the next production inventory. Production budget.
Okay.
No?
Yes, it's because I sent the picture to Obe so that he can see where the other ones.
Okay, so what is the information I need to put in the... What's happening?
He was just adding the information that he didn't have.
Okay, sorry, I just thought maybe you were... Se me estaba muriendo el micrófono. Okay.
Ahora sí ya no te escuchas.
Maybe someone else should share the screen.
It's okay. Después de eso se supone que va las yards available. Entonces, no, pero más bien esa fue la suma, ¿no? Entonces nada más ponle available. Y luego tenemos que poner pero cámbiale el Desire Inventory, ponle ya el otro. Entonces, tenemos que poner el producto A de diciembre. Ajá. Y luego ahí le pones el Estimated Inventory, pero de January. Y creo que también eso lo sumas. No, lo restas. Esos dos y ya. No. Ah, bueno, también. Y ya luego lo multiplicamos por el precio. Dice unit price.
Not unit price. No, I'm sorry. Yes, the last part. You are just building the table, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go to the breakout room. If you have questions while you are working on it, when you start putting information inside, you call me, all right?
Okay, yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Christopher.
So how you guys are doing?
We already finished.
2000. Well, great. And you all understood?
Más o menos. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay, so the people that didn't understand how to do it, please share your screen, and the ones who already got it, start working with them, and so I can also help you guys.
So the ones who didn't get it, share their screen.
Okay,
if you want, I'll share my screen.
And who got it the first time? Lilian?
I had already started it the last class, but I didn't finish it.
Who was sharing the screen before?
Me, Lilian.
You had it correctly.
Sorry, what?
You had it correctly. The thing I saw was correct.
No, the thing is that I started last class, but I didn't finish until now.
Okay, Pablo, why did you stop? Why did you stop
I'll share it.
sharing your screen? You don't want to share?
Here I have it. It's just that I'm not very sure. I know the values that go here, but the things that we saw.
Well, you are actually going. I mean, you are right. Right now, you are correct. You start with the inventory with the needed raw materials for each product, which is 8,500, and you got that multiplying the production times the consumption, right?
So I just add these.
That's okay. You are good. You did it like that also, Lilian? Okay.
Here, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to put because in the
you need the inventories.
The desired which inventory?
Desired inventory.
But isn't it that one or
no, that's the addition of the two on the top.
Okay. All right, and for the desired inventory, I'm not sure what the formula is.
What did you put there, Lilian?
For desired inventory, I put the 5,000. Okay, so it's the 20% of the next quarter.
Next quarter production, right?
Yep. So.
No, but no, creo que no queda because I need to.
No, you don't have your
No, I
cells
didn't-
fixed. You need to fix the cell of the D5.
Yeah.
And also, the way you put the information there in materials and stock, it's like, well, that's not what you should be using. You should be using production, your production budget.
So, okay, let me see.
La clase pasada.
I got it from here.
No, what is your production budget? We work in the last class.
Or from last class?
That wasn't homework or anything. We're working on the last class. Yeah, that there. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the 4,000, 9,000, 10,000, 6,000. That's the information you need.
Okay.
Okay.
But from
La está abajo. Total period production. No.
yeah, this one.
That one here.
But so that's the one that I put instead of these numbers?
Yes, but you understand why, right?
Yeah, I think I do now. See this. Okay, then let me delete this. Well then I think I should just like copy the whole table and put it here instead of having to cross-reference.
Yeah. Or work on bottom of the other table. Whatever is good for you.
I'm gonna put it here.
No.
How can I try? See that?
When you do that in Excel, what you actually need to do is cut the table so the formulas get so Excel respects the formulas. Okay?
I have to cut it?
In Excel, yes, and you are gonna move the table from here to the other place, or you can start working on the bottom of this page instead of having a new.
O puedes copiarla. O sea, puedes copiar toda como la página.
Or you could copy also on the page.
No, copia nada más las filas.
Okay, I'm receiving, someone wants my help in another room, so please help each other, guys. The reason why it's breakout rooms is so all of you can get together and work on it.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
so please help Pablo. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I think it's enough, but I don't know.
So you have, well, why 64,000 and why 25,000, 27,000 needed production?
Wait.
Which material is this one? It's A material.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so first off, I told you to only work on material A. I don't know why you have material B, C. You were gonna get confused. That's the first thing. We finish.
We did the other ones because we don't
Well,
want to have homework.
Yeah, but, well, the question I have is, well, I don't have that information. I don't have those numbers.
Okay, what we did was to multiply the total period product.
Production.
Product.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Times the units.
You need it per quarter.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, you need it per quarter.
I asked that, but we didn't know.
And also, I don't have 64,000 and 27,000 for the complete period.
No, it's gonna be different because we are gonna do it in for the complete period. You don't have that?
No.
What do you have? What did you multiply?
Okay, double click that one.
Double click.
Yeah, maybe one of your production budgets is incorrect.
Dale doble clic en el 64,000.
Go to the production budget first, please. So you have production budget. Where's my production budget? Where is my production budget? It's here. So you have 4,000. Why you have? Well, you are missing your ending inventories. You see there, and also you are missing
yes.
inventories.
Okay. Okay. Ese lo tienes que.
Okay, I need to visit one last breakout room, but do it for quarters, please.
Okay. Thank you.
Entonces, para
Entonces,
el
Creo que es
How
que
is everything going?
units sold. ¿Qué significaba cada Q? De que Q1 es de que los periodos, ¿no? De que.
Quarter one.
quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3.
Ok. Bueno, entonces si está hablando del 2021, pues claramente es lo estimado, ¿no?
Ujú.
Entonces, si lo quieren hacer igual así trimestral, pues tenemos que el primer cuatrimestre se ocupa producir. Ah, creo que ya le caché. Nada más tenemos que ver dónde está el inventario inicial. Aquí está. No, pues ya, de volada. A ver.
Okay.
Okay.
period. Total period required production. Oh, perdón. Total period.
Period.
Sí, sorry. Required production. Y ahí es nomás la suma de,
¿Cuál es?
de los tus últimos dos, que son unit sales forecast más ending finished goods, o sea, desired inventory.
¿De estos dos?
No, de tu tabla,
De esta, ajá.
ajá, esos dos.
Lo sumo.
Ajá.
Es que tengo los nombres medio raros, pero a ver.
Sí. Es tu desired inventory más tu unit sales forecast. Ajá.
So, unit price, ¿no?
Luego va. Ajá, initial finished goods.
Es que yo me estoy basando
El que nos enseñó ahorita el profe.
ajá, en lo que enseñó el profe. Y después ahí te dice, o sea, después de. A ver, mira. No, aquí te dice el estimated inventory.
So you have the desired inventory, that's correct. Then you have the total square yards available. That is the sum of the two on the top. Then you get to estimated inventory. That will be the ending inventory. And then you have the inventory to be purchased.
So this one I have to put it afterwards? Because this one was the sum of.
I mean, don't get like married with the labels that I show you in the example on the class, because there it says, for example, the square yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's more like the logic behind it. So the first thing you have is the desired inventory. That's the December inventory. It's the ending inventory. Okay.
Okay. What you?
So that's the first one. So the next one, it's now you have to add up both the inventory and the units you need for your production, and that's gonna give you like the ones that the units that you need or units available. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna have the ending inventory. The beginning inventory. The inventory from January, it's the beginning inventory. Okay.
Okay, so the ending inventory is the same thing as the desired inventory, or no? So which do I still need to add the ending inventory right here and the beginning inventory?
I'm sorry, I'm using the incorrect word. The January inventory is the initial inventory. That's the one that goes next. The desired inventory, it's the December inventory, which is the ending inventory. You are right. You have it there. Okay.
Okay.
So it's the units on production plus the ending inventory minus the initial inventory or beginning inventory. That's gonna give you the purchasing budget.
Total period production.
For production, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
yeah,
now,
I think I got it now.
Hello.
hi.
Ay,
What's up?
okay. I think
You had a question? I'm not seeing your screen. I don't know why it stopped. Sure.
Roberto lo sacó. Was kicked out of the session, but
Roberto
it's okay.
Vivo?
No, I think it was his internet.
Okay. You had a question?
Yes. For the Desire inventory at the end of December and January, you just have it for the total year. So do we use the same one for each quarter?
They give you the information like the given value for the total year, right? The beginning and the end of the year. They also tell you. No. They also tell you how much ending inventory they are expecting to have each quarter, and they give you a percentage.
Oh, okay.
They just say like.
The 70% and then 30?
What?
Oh, no. I don't know. Well, no, I don't think it's that one.
What does the paragraph says?
Okay. Let me find the case. Okay. The paragraph says, no, I don't.
So it's the paragraph 15, and it starts giving you the stock materials at January, which will be your beginning inventory. All right. Then it ends telling you the expected inventory for the end of the year, which will be December.
December.
At the middle of the paragraph, it says purchases of materials were planned to always have ready a fifth of the materials that had been planned to be used in the following quarter. I'm sorry. At the end of the first 3 quarters. That's the ending. That's the ending inventory plan. It's a fifth of the planned units to be used in the following quarter. No. It says plan to be used in the following quarter. It's just like the one you did for the sales for the production budget with the 25%.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
This time instead of 25, it's 20%.
Okay. Is it? Okay, yeah. So go back to sales budget. No. Okay, sí, está bien lo que estaba haciendo. Si quieres primero Desire Inventory.
¿Qué es lo que se estima que va a ver? A ver, entonces tenemos que...
Son las proyecciones. Pero a ver, es que creo que eso también viene aquí, ¿no? Déjalo buscar.
Ok. Pero, como...
¿Quieres te comparta?
No, sí lo... A ver, mira, es que no me te voy a enseñar lo que tengo.
Que dice...
Ahí se me cortó, ya puedo hablar, ¿no? Se me cortó todo lo que estaba. A ver, es que dice, las compras de material estaban planeadas para siempre tener una quinta parte del material que había sido planeado para usarse. O desde el Desire, ¿no?
Ajá.
En el siguiente cuarto del final de los primeros 3 cuartos. O sea, yo entiendo que el primero es el que nos dan y ya después lo empezamos a multiplicar por la quinta parte, ¿no?
Es que según yo, o sea, lo que nos dijo, creo que era el total más bien ese.
No, it's what, who is speaking?
Roberto.
Roberto, it's what Roberto is saying.
Ok.
It's like,
Entonces 4,000 y
it's the
después
same process you
800.
follow in the production budget.
Ok.
O sea, así.
Sí, como así lo hiciste. O sea, primero 4,000 te da el primer mes y ya luego los 3 es multiplicarlos por producto 20.
Pero por el punto 20 del 4,000 o por el del.
Well, the 4,000 is the initial inventory, not the ending inventory.
¿Desde aquí?
I'm not seeing your screen. I'm seeing a Word document, so I don't know.
También.
Pues, ¿cómo va?
4,000.
Inventory, it's ending inventory.
O sea, el de diciembre, ¿no?
Okay, so it's the one in December, right? And you are in January, right?
Ok, creo que más bien tenemos mal los...
No. Well, don't worry anyway. We are going to close the breakout rooms and I'm going to show you the answer.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, guys.
Hey, teacher.
All right, so let's see the answer so you can work on it. Please pay attention because you're gonna have this as homework, and if you don't have it correctly, well, that's gonna affect your final grade. So the first thing you need to do, as we saw here in the presentation, is you need to find the production, the materials needed for production, all right? So again, you start from the production budget that you already worked on the last class. So I have my production budget here. It's on top, sorry. It's here. I have the production budget for both X units and Y units, all right? So you work on this on the last class. So the first thing I need to do is just multiply the production budget times the units I need per each, the raw materials I need, per each unit. So I have my production budget of 4,000 and I need 2 units of that product raw material to build my product X, right? Pretty simple. I just multiply that times 2 and that gives me my first required raw materials for this product. So far, so good, right? Nothing difficult on that.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So next one is it's for Y units. So Y units, that's my Y units production budget. It's 250 units. I multiply by the needed units per this raw material, so which is also 2. So I just multiply that, and I have these 2, which will be my units forecast or units available or the units that you need. Whatever, it's just the addition of these 2. If you want to add them up, that's okay. If you don't add them up, it doesn't matter, it's the same, okay? So the next one is I need my ending finished goods inventory, which in this case, it's actually already a desired inventory because this is a yearly budget. But in this case, we actually have it on quarters. So I actually need the information for the quarter. And if you read in the case, it says that it is required, it's expected. What's the word it's using? It's planned. You are planning to always have ready a fifth of the materials that have been planned to be used in the following quarter, all right? So if you remember also for the production budget, it was like something similar saying that you needed 25% of the materials. Do you remember that? Here. And what you did is you just multiply the 25% times the next period projection, okay? So what is what we need to do here?
It says 1/5, right? So it'll be 20%, not 25.
Yes, I was talking about the last one, the 25% that we use in the production budget, okay?
Okay.
That's the production budget. Here we are working with the raw materials budget. So here we multiply the next quarter required raw materials times 20%, which is a fifth. You either do that or you just divide by 5 and you should have the same value, okay? Just a fifth. You move the formula and you are gonna end up here. Well, this is incorrect, I'm sorry, I was just like this. You are gonna end up here with no information because there is no raw material for the next quarter, which will be the next year. So what you actually do is that you put the information of the ending raw materials for December. There you put the raw materials for December, okay? Anyway, so now you have the ending inventory for each period now. And the next part is just to add up the units. And if you go here, that will be this number here, the 524,000, okay? In this example. So here we just add them up. It gives me 30,700. And now I need to subtract the initial inventory. And the initial inventory, it's the information I was given. So I just subtract that and I have my total period production budget, okay? I multiply that times the price of that raw material, and I have my inventory budget value, which is my purchasing budget. For the next quarters, all I need to have to put here, because I'm not giving this information. Well, I'm not giving that information, but I do have it from the information I got from this. So the ending inventory of each quarter is the beginning inventory of the next quarter, okay? Let me say that again. The ending inventory of each quarter is the beginning inventory of the next following quarter. So you need to do that for the other two parts. That's gonna be homework.
Can you repeat the last
Last part,
formula?
yes.
Like inventory budget value, how do you get that?
Inventory budget value is just the multiplication of the total period budget times the price of each of my product, I'm sorry, not products, of each of my raw material price.
Oh, okay.
In this case, it's the blue one, which is the A. You see?
Yes, thank you.
Teacher, can you repeat where did you get the initial finished goods inventory from?
Initial, yes. The first one, this one, I was actually given that value.
Mm-hmm.
It's the value I have at January, so I have that value. And then the question is, well, where do I get the other values? Well, you just need to know that the beginning inventory of the next period, it's the ending inventory of the previous period.
Oh, okay.
So the previous period ending inventory is this one, so that's gonna be my beginning inventory of the next one. Yes? No? Maybe?
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Okay, so everyone got it? Pablo, Jesus, Emiliano?
Yes.
Yeah, very clear.
So this is the homework that we're going to have to turn in. We do
Not
this
only
for
that,
each of the material.
This is part of the homework. We need to get to the overhead expense. Yeah, the homework is gonna be these two that you don't have. You need to finish. Okay, so if that's clear, I'm going to move to the next. I'm going to move to the next budget. So no question, guys. Are you sure?
No, I think we're okay. Thank you.
You have a question, Maria?
No, I think we're okay.
Okay, so the next one is the budget for labor costs, and this one is really not that difficult. It's just it's really easy. It's just identifying the values and do a multiplication. So we have the first step is we need to get the budgeted labor hours required for production. So we need a budgeted production volume. We already have this. This is the production volume we got the last class and the one we use right now. So we need that, and then we just need to multiply by the direct hours expected per unit. That is, how many hours do you expect to use per each unit produced? For example, if I tell you that baking one apple pie takes me 2 hours, and then I tell you I'm going to make 6 apple pies, how many hours is going to take me?
12.
12 hours.
And how do you get to the 12?
By a rule of 3.
By a rule of 3?
Multiplying 6 times 2.
12 hours. All right. So the budgeted production is 6 apple pies. And the direct hours expected per unit is 2 hours. So my budgeted labor hours required for production, it's 6 hours. Question, do we have this one, the direct hours expected per production, per unit, I'm sorry?
I think so, no? In paragraph number 9.
Yes, you do. You do have it, yes. So the last part is now you need to multiply the direct labor required for production times the hourly rate of that activity. So in the example of apple pies, I have 12 hours. And let's say for the sake of argument that it takes 120 pesos of labor hour. So how will we find the direct labor here?
What was the
We'll be
question?
multiplying, no?
Multiplying, exactly. We just have to multiply the labor hours times the hourly rate. Okay, and that's my budget of labor cost. So I already did an example of apple pies. Let's do an example a little bit more complex, okay?
I have a quick question.
Okay.
Within the information that we have, the hours are in the 9th paragraph, but there is a thing that's called mod or MOD hourly rate. And what is that? I don't know what that is.
Here?
Yeah, the MOD or mod hourly rate.
Erase that. Just have it as hourly rate. That's a mistake of the Excel. I'm sorry, of the power of the Word document.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so no other questions regarding the process of building the budget. No?
No, I think not.
No, teacher.
Okay. So let's see an example. The first thing we need is the labor cost estimate, labor hours, I'm sorry, estimated per each of the products. So we still have the bags and the wallets, and we need to build one of the wallets 0.10 hours per unit, 0.25 hours per unit, and we have two departments, so two activities. And here is the hours we need, or the percentage of the hours we need, for a fraction of the hours, I'm sorry, for each of the bags. We have the hours for each product, for each activity. And then we have the price of the hourly rate, cost per hour. Pretty simple. Okay, we have the information. This information, you also have it for the case. And now we do the first step is we need to build the required hour production. So we have the 520,000. Where did we get the 520,000? Well, it comes from the production budget. Remember, production budget, it's here. So we have the 520,000 units times the hours need, or fraction of hours need per activity. I have it here, okay? And the first one is the wallet, so it's actually this one here, 0.10 and 0.25. So the multiplication of these two is the hours needed for production, okay? It's the same as with the apple pies. If I want 6 apple pies and it takes me 2 hours to bake one apple pie, how many hours I'm going to get to bake my 6 apple pies? If I want 520,000 apple pies and it takes me 0.10 hours to bake one apple pie, how many hours am I gonna get for one apple pie? For the entire production of apple pies? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so once you have both of them, because we have two products, you just add them up, all right? I have my total hours here, and the last step is just multiply that times the hourly rate. And this is my cost per hour or hourly rate. That's gonna give me my budget for direct hours. Labor, I'm sorry. Budget, right? Boom. How does it work? Okay, guys? Remember, production, required hours per product, cost per hour or hourly rate. Okay, so is there any question regarding the process?
I think not.
This
so
is
far.
part of the operating budget, right? It's
Yes,
composed
so
of these three parts.
the operating budget is composed of costs, of indirect materials, of
And
purchasing budgets, of general administrative expenses, and of taxes. So we are still a long way to go.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're supposed to do it by quarters, right, teacher?
Of course, again, you need to do it by quarters. So no question, guys and girls?
And now based on present assembly, right?
Exactly, it's present assembly.
I just had one question, teacher. When I was moving information from Word to Excel, there was a percentage, I think, let me just search it, that said that it was like 77 and 23%, I think it was. But when I did like the formula of it, it gave me different numbers than the one that are in the Word. So should I use the ones in the Word, or do I use like the 77%?
This percentage of normal capacity, you say?
Uh-huh.
And how did you get this from other part?
Like I multiplied the 58,000 for the, but it's right there, for the 23%, and I have another number.
Yes, but this is normal capacity. This is other thing. This is just a given value.
Okay, so we use those numbers like the
Yes,
13,000 and the 45.
Well, but this, why are you, I don't understand the question. Why are you seeing this if we're working with this right now? And also, this is, we haven't seen this, but that's what I mean.
Okay. Oh, I just confused, sorry.
I don't understand the question, Roberto, I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, never mind. I just had my head clear. Never mind.
Okay. Any other questions regarding this part? Please don't move ahead. We are still just working on one part of the budget. No?
No.
Okay, so let's do the breakout rooms.
Y, por ejemplo, aquí yo nada más lo multipliqué por por punto 1, que es lo que tardan por unidad. Y lo hice de press y de assembly. Y igual lo repetí para el Y. Y pues lo sumé. No sé si los tenemos que sumar también.
Yo creo que sí.
Why gave you 4,000 in production budget for the first quarter of product X?
I took it from the production budget.
Which says that it takes you 10% of an hour to build those.
So it's 400, right?
Okay. Oh, no, well, what are you adding up then? Record hours of, it's you're doing it per product.
Should I do it together?
Well, you should do it actually per activity. So then you can multiply for the unit cost of the hour.
So you
Okay.
No? Yes?
No.
You do it like that. Well, now my question is, I need the budget on money. So tell me how much money I need for that.
So I just would do 2,000.
That's hours.
That's hours times this total, like 1.25.
Yes, you can use that, or you could actually just do it per activity, and then you have the hourly rate there.
Okay, let me try it both ways then.
Hello.
Hey, can you allow me to share screen, please?
Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry.
Let me see if others have this in Pro.
A ver, entonces, si lo hago al revés.
O sea, pero quiere que juntemos X y Y o cómo?
The question is just, okay, so the question is, okay, en español a lo mejor es porque estoy hablando en inglés, nadie me entiende. ¿Cuál es el presupuesto para Assembly? Si yo te pregunto como director, ¿cuánto le tengo que pagar a la gente de ensamblaje? ¿Cuánto les pago?
La cantidad de horas por el precio.
Ajá, pero ¿cuánto le, o sea, mi pregunta es, para el primer cuarto, a ver, respóndame, para el primer cuarto, yo quiero saber cuánto le voy a pagar en Assembly a la gente de Assembly. ¿Cuánto le pago? En mi budget. Con eso que hicieron en la izquierda, para que no crean que nada más estoy diciéndoles que lo hagan así nada más. ¿Les pago 2,500 a las personas de Assembly?
No. No, porque está dividido. O sea, serían 1,600 horas de assembly por...
Está raro, ¿no? Entonces, ¿qué no
Por
sería
estos
mejor
dos, sí.
que lo hicieras por actividad y lo multiplicaras por 2.5?
Sí. Ok, sí, ya.
Es para hacer el presupuesto.
Sí, como para hacer el presupuesto de assembly.
Exactly, because I need my assembly budget, because I hire people to assemble and press the products, not to X and Y product.
Ok.
Profe, can I share my screen to see if o sea, lo hice, no sé si está muy sencillo, pero a ver si está bien.
It's actually pretty easy.
So it was this right here. So you have the price for X, which is this price times the amount, which is 4,000.
Okay.
And I do the same thing for Y. And then the total is the sum of these.
Y gave you, I'm sorry. This is press, right?
This is for press. Now here I'm going to do the assembly.
I think you are doing like that's the correct like procedure, but I don't have the same numbers. So double click please on the 400.
On the 400,
no,
yeah.
Double click it.
The thing that I'm pretty sure is what I'm wrong. I don't know how many units. So where am I supposed to find how many units?
On your production budget.
Which is this one, 4,000, right?
No, it's the one on the bottom.
On
it's total period production, 4,000. I mean, it happens to be the same value, but if you see the next quarter, it's 9,000, not 8,000.
Okay. Yeah, so it's...
But that one is for X, not for Y. And then for Y, you have 250.
This one?
Then 3,000 and 5,000.
Just like that?
But you multiply Y, right?
Sí, todo pendejo. A ver, 1 second.
Okay, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I see now.
You all saw that? Are you all okay with that, guys and girls on the group?
Teacher, why do we sum the hours of the both products? Because it says it's different how much it costs, isn't it?
Because we are turning them into activities. And in activities, it's the same that you pay for each of the products. Could you please share again your screen, Pablo? It was Pablo, right?
Yeah, give me a second.
So if you see at the table that Pablo has on the top, it says that press actually shares hourly rates for both of the products. You see, 225. So please go to the H21 cell, Pablo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, G22. G22.
G3.
Okay. G22.
Up.
22.
Arriba.
Up.
But
¿Dónde dice
G3,
2.5?
G22, where it says 2.5. There, okay. Now, just look at the right, I'm sorry, at the left of that left, yeah? And you see it's presses. So presses, it's the same activity, and you can see that it shares activity between the two products, you see?
Mm-hmm.
It takes output per unit per hour means that in 1 hour, you do 10 units of press of X and 5 units of press of Y. So that turned into hours, it's 10% and 20%. That's what you get in the hours per product unit.
Mm-hmm.
So there it's the same hour for both of the products. So if you turn them into hours, you can sum them.
Mm-hmm.
In the other thing, I don't know if it was you who was sharing the other process. What you did is you had them in products.
Yes, I think I have it correct now.
Okay, so that's, I don't know if I answered your question. I did? I didn't.
Yeah, yes. So we use the 2.5 hourly rate.
Yes, because that's the hourly rate of the production activity.
Okay. Okay.
Fijamos el 0.
Hello.
Hi, teacher.
You had a question, right?
Yes. Did we do
Correct.
Just want my opinion on that. Labor cost budget presses. I have the same number, so I guess it's correct.
Okay. And we just
So,
do the
but you all are understanding how to do it, right?
Yes.
All of you. So who is here? Roberto, Maria, Alejandro, Constanza, and Majo.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, I am still in the process of doing it, but I understand. I understood the way Roberto did it very well.
Okay. So I recommend, because there are other breakout rooms who are lagging a lot behind, that if you can, Alejandro, share your screen, and Roberto, Constanza, Maria, and Majo help him.
Yes, okay, that would be great. Thank you.
I think it's gonna be another 5 minutes, maybe. Okay. So what are you doing?
The raw material inventory budget.
Okay. Would you finish the other one?
Which one other one?
The direct labor. Was I in this on this breakout room already? You finished your direct labor budget already?
No, we haven't.
No? Do you have any
No, we
questions
went
on
back.
that?
No, we haven't started yet. I mean, we went back to the inventory with the raw material inventory budget because we had some questions, but like when you explained it again, we already get it.
Okay, and nobody has started in the other one?
No, we're working on this one so far.
Ana, Andres, Carla, Nayeli, neither of you has started working on the other one?
No, teacher. We are understanding this one first.
Okay. So do you have any question about this one that you are working right now?
No, I think I already understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you all understood?
It's because we're working together in this
What? I'm sorry?
¿Se oye mal, verdad?
Yes.
No, mi micrófono está horrible, perdón.
Now I can listen to you. So what was your question?
No, I was telling you that we are all working in this, understanding this shit.
Understanding what?
This shit, this Excel shit.
Okay.
Yes.
La hoja de Excel. La hoja de Excel, profe.
I can listen to you, Andres. What is it? You guys hear Andres speaking?
No.
I am here.
But I think you were asking a question. You weren't?
Ah, no, teacher.
Okay, so we need to go back to the main room to work on the next budget. But I would like to see if you guys can at least work on one of the quarters for the labor cost production budget. No?
One question now we are on the subject. What happens when the cost is 0? Or what is it? Oh, when the parts are 0, okay, so then it's no...
It means that you don't
there's
have
no
that
unit.
part for that product.
Okay. Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
0.
Okay.
Mhm. But that's homework.
Okay.
Work on
Oh,
work on the other one. Work on the, because that's gonna be homework also, the direct labor. And if you didn't practice, you're gonna have a hard time doing the homework.
Okay. All right.
So if you already understood the first one, then let's see the other one so you can work in on homework.
All right. Just wait a minute. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is have the production volume, and then, okay.
So you start with the labor hours you need per each of the products. So just build a table where you have more of the products listed, and then you just have to multiply the usage of each hour per each production of the product, budgeted production.
Teacher, I have a quick question. I'm in Canvas and I was trying to look for the presentation, but I cannot see anything. I don't know if it's me, my account, because
Let me see.
for the last class, I actually downloaded the presentation because I wasn't able to connect. And now I cannot see any.
Oh, wait, let me see. So you go to my classes, and in my classes you have presentation. Yeah, it's there.
I'm in modules and there is nothing. It's just like,
No?
no, I cannot see anything. I'm just saying like week 1, session 1, financial statements review and cash budget. And at the time that I click on it,
You don't have anything called my classes there.
no.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Also, none of you has that tab?
Let me check.
No, last time I checked, it was like on models, but in the
Yeah,
section that is specifically for that, there is no like link. You have to go to models.
Yeah.
So I go
Yeah,
to
I'm here, and
models,
there's no...
and it says my classes.
Yeah, there they are.
And there in my classes, you can find the presentations
Okay.
and also the videos.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, so let's try to solve it for one of the products, okay?
Yes.
I think I have already one question, but just wait a minute.
Okay.
Let me go beyond, and maybe I'll get to the question.
But you are working on the example.
Oh, okay, that's why. That's why I was getting so many questions. Okay.
So try to do it for product X.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to find is where are the times?
You don't did the homework, right? You didn't do the homework, the first one.
Yes, I did it.
So
But
where are your tables of information?
hold on.
Open your homework one and show me the table of information.
Hold on. I'm reading the document.
Yes, but the homework was to put it inside Excel, so you didn't have to do this on the activities. So someone else was to share who has the information tables, like the small tables I asked you for the homework. Carla, Nayeli, Andres, Ana.
Yeah, you speak about the first one, right?
Yeah, because well, Jesus was asking like, where do I get the information of the hours and all? Well, that's yes, inside the Word, the information is there. But you actually did that, like the putting empty the information to the Excel on the first homework.
I have it here.
You cannot share.
Jesús, ¿vas a compartir tú o quieres que comparta?
But I think Jesus doesn't have the tables.
Ah,
It's because I want Jesus to see where the table is.
Let me share my screen.
So if someone has that first homework, please share your screen, put the homework on the screen, so let's all see the table that you need to be looking at.
Give me a second. It's because are these ones right? The one.
Okay, yes, that is the table, Jesus. You see it? So the
Yes.
question you asked me, like, where do I get the hours from? It's from this table, and it's paragraph 9.
Okay.
Yes, that's from where you get it. Do you want to try the budget? Who is sharing? Anna?
Mhm. Okay, give me a second. My internet is really weird. So in here, in order to make the budget teacher, first we have to
Convert into hours the budgeted production.
okay.
What happened? Oh, it's the okay. So let's see the answer, and I hope you, if you have any questions, just send me a reminder because I don't think that worked. Your screen stop sharing, Anna.
Yeah, it's because her internet connection is awful, but we will continue doing it.
Okay, no, we are going to the main session now because we need to move to the next one.
Okay.
So guys, so most of you got it, some of you didn't get it. I'm going to explain the process with one of the activities, and remember, you need to complete the budget as homework. So the first step that we saw in the PowerPoint presentation, actually, it's that you need to turn your your units of production budget into hours. So the first step is to turn our production into hours, okay? Here is our production, and we turn them into hours by multiplying it by the usage of hours per each product. So let's see the example inside the workbook. So I just need to multiply my production budget, which is actually here, times the time needed to do one of the products per hour, which is each 10% or 0.10 as you have it there. I do that for the X product, and then I do the same for the Y product. And again, it's my production on units times the hour, the percentage of hours I need to do that, that product. All right, so that will be step number 1. It's not that difficult. Do you have any questions with that, guys?
No, everything clear.
Is it clear, Andrea, Andres, Carla, Nayeli, Jesus?
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay, so the next step is I just add them up, right? And finally, I just multiply by the hourly rate on that activity, okay? So I have my hourly rate here is 2.5. I just need to add this up, 550, and I just multiply that, and I have my budget for labor cost. And I have the labor cost for the assembly line. So if my production manager, my production director goes to me and tells me, hey, Christopher, what is going to be my production budget? I'm sorry, my assembly labor, my press labor budget for the quarter number 1, then I can tell him 1,125. So that's how much money I need to pay to the press employees doing these activities or not how much I have to pay, where is the budgeted money I have to pay for these activities? Yes? No?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
This one is the easy one. It's not that difficult. So if everything in the follow that is correct, it's understood, then let's move to the next budget, okay? And the next one is actually pretty simple. It's just you need to identify the overhead expense inside your budget. These are usually given values because the production department or the departments in charge of spending that money will actually give you the budget and say, this is the money I'm going to be spending this period. So this is a given value. This is an example of an overhead expense budget. It's just the list of all the expenses I expect to get as overhead expense. And I have here, for example, the indirect factory wages, the supervisor salaries, power and light services, depreciation and plant equipment, indirect materials, maintenance, and insurance and property taxes. All right? It's just that all of that information added up, that's going to be my production budget. My budget of overhead expense, okay? Can you identify that information inside the case?
Yes, it's in the 10th paragraph.
It's in the 10th paragraph. Wait a minute. So I'm going to my Excel spreadsheet, and Excel spreadsheet, what I have is, I have here the information, and it said that I have it for all the year, right? So it's given to me by the year. So I have 58,000 for the year. So how do I build my quarterly budget? I just divide that by 4, and there I have my quarterly budget. You see? And the addition of those 4 is going to be 58,500. It's really simple. We are not going to go to breakout rooms on this one because, as I told you, it's actually simple. I'm going to finish the class now. But before I do you have any questions?
Teacher,
For homework, we have to.
Okay, no, but I'm going to talk about the homework just after I answer the questions. So do you have any questions with this one?
Yeah, so I didn't understand how you got the 14,000. I was looking at
I just divided the 58,500 by 4 because they are giving me a yearly value.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And teacher, do we calculate that, like we do the all the table above or just the budget?
I don't understand the question.
Like, do we do?
The budget? Yes.
No, but I mean, we don't have to like fill anything from this, right?
No, you don't need to fill anything from this.
Okay.
How did you do that?
I wrote in anotar.
I didn't know that. So you don't need to do anything there. Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, if there are not any more questions, I'm gonna tell you about the homework. So the homework is gonna be all the operating budget until overhead expense. So it's everything we just saw until now. The idea is that you actually deliver these tables. All right, the tables I have here in color. That's the sales budget, the operating, that's the sales budget, the production budget, the raw materials budget, and the labor cost budget, and also the operating, the overhead expense budget, right? I'm gonna list the homework on Canvas. I didn't do it before the class because I wanted to see if maybe we could advance until the end of the operating budget, but we didn't. So this we're gonna see next class. Let's hope we can finish that there. And the homework is gonna be only until the overhead expense budget. Yeah, I'm gonna write the information there. Please, guys, don't do as you did the last homework. Don't just upload an Excel file with just no information or with information of the cash flows. Please do upload the information of the homework, as this is going to be your final deliverable. And if you don't have it, you won't be able to work on the final project, okay?
Yes, Christopher.
Any questions regarding the homework or something that you need to know or you want?
Teacher, for the homework, is gonna be for today?
No, it's gonna be for next class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give you time. It's like the last homework. I mean, it's an easy homework. You have a lot of time. Please do work on it.
But so we technically, if we already did them, like during
Yes,
class,
I mean, if you've been working on the class activities, you already have the homework.
Okay, and I have a specific question, which isn't probably that important, but it's just like the format. Do you want all of the budgets to be in the same window, or can I have like different windows for each budget?
You can have different windows. No, you know what? No, let's get that in clear now for everyone. So you need to build a budget per trimester. You need to have a different spreadsheet for the budget. You need to have all the budget in only one spreadsheet. All right. Don't do one spreadsheet for the sales budget, then one for the production. No, do all the budgets in one, and have all the tables number. That is, if I have my table of labor cost here, have the table of number 9 table in the next one, so you don't get lost. Okay, so we're gonna do it by quarters, have it on a separate table, and have the table's number. I'm gonna put that information in the Canvas section of the homework.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So no more question, guys?
No, teacher. Thank you.
No, teacher.
Okay, so I'm gonna finish the class now. Thank you very much. See you next week.
Have a great weekend, teacher. Thank you.
Goodbye.